People died of hunger. There was no more food.
It's so different. It's hard to explain it.
Well, we seldom take the time to consider the sacrifices veterans made in their daily lives. And when we can order any meal we want, it's difficult to imagine what they went through.
Absolutely, Dee. HomeEquity Bank and the Legion National Foundation have partnered to bring Canadians a glimpse into veteran sacrifice and stories with historically accurate field ration kits, which will be available tomorrow in select parts of Toronto. Joining us this morning to tell us about the orders of sacrifice is Yvonne Ziemecki of HomeEquity Bank. Yvonne, good morning. Welcome to the show. Great to see you.
Good morning, Dina. Good morning, Sid.
Yvonne, this is amazing. You often hear the saying, to walk in their shoes. And I know with my grandfather, he would tell stories. And you can't even imagine what it was like, the fear and then the hardship of being out there in the trenches. And you often think, how did they survive? What did they eat? Talk to us about what this kit is, how it came to be.
With pleasure. So I actually heard you earlier on the show talking about how difficult it is to bring the concept, the idea of the war to younger generations because it's just so foreign. It's been so many years since the war. And for the last 2 years, we partnered with Royal Canadian Legion and National Legion Foundation to try to bring the concept of war closer to younger people. So last 2 years, it was about gaming. And this year, we wanted to do something different. And, you just said it, food is universal. Pandemic has been a game changer, and we've all gotten used to getting food delivered at home. So our amazing agency, Zulu, came up with this concept of orders of sacrifice to create these packages. They are historically accurate food rations, and we're making them available on DoorDash. People can order them, make donations to the Legion for the veterans, and then experience a taste of war at the same time.
So, Yvonne, how difficult was it to make it historically accurate? I'm assuming it wasn't that difficult considering your partnership with the Legion and whatnot, but how long did that take?
You know what? Everybody was so fired up. As soon as the concept was presented, everybody felt it was the right idea. And there are so many historical resources. Legion was incredibly helpful. And people, we had old labels in the early creative concepts, and we were able to recreate it. So it got delivered to our offices a couple of days ago. And I started, I tried the biscuits. I opened the biscuit box, and if you open it, it's wrapped the way that it would have been wrapped during the war. And there's a little rope ribbon on it. And if you read about it, you learn that you can't actually eat these biscuits on their own. You need to dip them in something. There's a box of tea, and they used to use the tea for an afternoon snack because there just wasn't enough food during the day. The can of corned beef, which is also quite fantastic. You guys have it. They use the can itself to actually cook food in it. So it's a very kind of, I don't want to say it's an interactive experience because it would diminish what actually happened during the war, but it's something that can bring people a lot closer to the experience of our soldiers. And the other thing that's in the box, there's a card with a QR code, and you can actually go to ordersofsacrifice.com, and there's a video with some of the veterans talking about food and food rations during the war.
Yvonne, this is extraordinary because what you've essentially done here is create a time capsule. I have not seen anything like this before.
Ever.
So what is the message you hope people take from this? I mean, as I'm sitting here listening to the story, and I'm trying to process it, especially around Remembrance Day, we remember the act and the bravery and going just to parts of this world for a bunch of citizens that you don't know and making the ultimate sacrifice. But it was the layers of what everyone went through in Europe and wherever else they were. It wasn't just the fighting. You had to find a way to survive.
Yes. And so again, food brings people together. Food brings people together. Now food brought our soldiers together during the war. We had over 1 million Canadian soldiers fighting in the Second World War. And, it's a really good way to make it current and make it relevant. They do need our donations. the pandemic has been incredibly difficult for them. A lot of the Legion branches have not been able to open full time, and veterans need our help more than ever before. So this is a good way to make it more conversational for people, to send people to mypoppy.ca to make that donation, to make people go to DoorDash and order these rations, because this is a time capsule, like you said, Sid, and something I'm going to cherish forever. I'm going to remember working on this campaign. I'm going to remember checking every day how much money we've been able to raise for the veterans. And we know all this money that's raised through this campaign goes to a really, really good cause. So I encourage everybody to, if you can't order the rations, I have a suspicion they're going to sell out. Still go to mypoppy.ca, donate to a poppy, maybe donate in honor of a family member or all the unknown soldiers who fought for our freedom.
It's incredibly compelling, as was the video off the top, which people can also access from Second World War veterans. That's also included, isn't it?
Yes.
So how do they access the video?
QR code.
The
Pardon
QR
me?
code. Oh, through the QR code.
Yes, it's straightforward. Yeah.
Yvonne, so
And so many
people can get
stories
this
on
today,
social
right?
media.
DoorDash.com today. They can get
Yes.
the kit.
Yeah.
Okay, so hashtag Orders of Sacrifice available via DoorDash today. And as you mentioned, all proceeds will go towards the Legionel National Foundation, and supplies are limited. So order them now and do what you can to support.
Yvonne, I have a feeling this is not the last time we as a group will talk about this side. This is an extraordinary idea and an incredibly important time of the year. I think this is going to get bigger. All the best to you and everyone involved in this. And if you're in the Toronto area and you manage to get your hands on this, because Yvonne, I'm with you. I think these might sell out pretty quickly. Just take a moment here and think about what's in front of you, because it means a lot. Yvonne, all the best to you. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. You too.
Outstanding stuff. Do you mind if I open this quickly? We have a few minutes
Yeah.
here.
Go for it, Sid.
This is, again, through DoorDash if you want to try and help out tomorrow. So I'm just opening this up now. Actual rations that some of our soldiers were given during the war, evaporated, forgive me, you have
Milk?
the evaporated milk. Sorry about that. There you go. Evaporated milk, the corned beef. There's sardines, there's chocolate here. And like when you're in a field in the Netherlands for 6 weeks, I don't know what this does.
Yeah.
So it's a really stark reminder of what it is, and I think it's a healthy reminder. The kids in school should be having to have this, if medically allowed for lunch. They should be allowed to see this. Like, I think this is an incredibly educational and important idea. So thank you for Yvonne